called Froggie Went A-Courtin'. It's about a frog that falls in love with a mouse, and they decide to get married. So here's how your part goes. Frog went a-courtin' and he did right, uh-huh. And you go, uh-huh. Frog went a-courtin' and he did right, uh-huh. Frog went a-courtin' and he did ride, sword and a buckler by his side, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Rode on down to Miss Mousie's door, uh-huh. Rode on down to Miss Mousie's door, uh-huh. Rode on down to Miss Mousie's door, where he'd been many times before, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Now he put Miss Mousie on his knee, uh-huh. Put Miss Mousie on his knee, uh-huh. Put Miss Mousie on his knee. He said, Miss Mousie, won't you marry me? Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Said, I have to ask my Uncle Rat, uh-huh. Have to ask my Uncle Rat, uh-huh. Have to ask my Uncle Rat and see what he's gonna say about that, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Well, Uncle Rat laughed and he shook his fat sides, uh-huh. Uncle Rat laughed, shook his fat sides, uh-huh. Uncle Rat laughed and he shook his fat sides to think his niece is gonna be a bride, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Said, where will the wedding dance be, uh-huh. Where will the wedding dance be, uh-huh. Where will the wedding dance be? Way down yonder in the hollow tree, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. And the first one there was a bumblebee, uh-huh. First one there was a bumblebee, uh-huh. First one there was a bumblebee. He had his banjo on his knee, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Here's what the bumblebee played. Next one in was a little bitty flea, uh-huh. Next one in was a little bitty flea, uh-huh. Next one in was a little bitty flea. He danced a jig for the bumblebee, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Last one in was the old tomcat, uh-huh. Last one in was the old tomcat, uh-huh. He's the uninvited one. Last one in was the old tomcat. Gobbled up the mouse and he growled at the rat. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Well, that was the end of him and her, uh-huh. That was the end of him and her, uh-huh. That was the end of him and her. Won't be any tadpoles covered with fur. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Frog went a-courtin'. Thank you.